Hi, this is Totally Awesome Tuesdays with Jen Walker, just acknowledging totally awesome people, places, and things. And today's shout out goes to something called trigger goals. So, trigger goals are one of my favorite types of goals, and I think it's something that people sometimes miss, and it's what was essential for me personally in order to run my ultra marathon. Okay, so I had a results goal of running a 50-mile ultra marathon. My process goal would be, well, I need to train for that. And what comes before that is trigger goals. Okay, so it was a 9 months of training, and I was busy at that time. I was working a 9 to 5 sales job. I was starting my business and life coaching like 2 nights a week. I was coaching ringette. I was taking a course. Like, I was busy. Plus, I was putting, sometimes 15 hours plus on my legs and running a week. So I was busy, and I would come home from work sometimes exhausted and, sore from the day before. And the last thing that I wanted to do was go for a run some days. So, what my trigger goal was, and so what trigger goals are an action that precedes the desired action. Okay, so I needed to train in order to be able to run this ultra marathon. So my trigger goal was to come home and put on my running shorts and my shoes and open the door. That was my trigger goal. And it worked. It really worked. So some days I come home, the last thing I wanted to do was go for a run. I get out of my work clothes, I put on my running shoes and my shorts, I'd open the door, I'd be like, okay, I'll just spin the wheels for half an hour. I'll just like work the legs out for just a little bit. And then what would happen is, say I had a 2.5 hour run planned, I would get going and I would feel amazing and complete the run. Also, the cool thing about trigger goals too is you're successful as soon as you complete them. So out of 9 months, there was 2 times that I was successful in my trigger goal, but I didn't get on my run. And that's pretty remarkable, but it was hilarious as well because I would go home, I get out of my work clothes, I put on my running gear, and like there was this one time that I just had all my running gear on. I opened the door, I closed the door, I walked to my bed with my running shoes on, just collapsed into bed, and it was done. But I still was successful because I still achieved my trigger goal. And it was like, okay, my body's just said no go for tonight. So there you go. Try trigger goals. Say you don't have your taxes done yet. Trigger goals. Take out your phone right now and put into your calendar. To do your taxes, all you need to do is sit down and do them. So chunk out some time in your calendar. Or say you want to, lose weight this year. Figure out some process goals with that. What do you need to eat? What kind of exercise are you going to do? And then the trigger goal would be like something we talked about before, and front loading your day. So maybe it means that your trigger goal is that you set your alarm at half an hour before you normally wake, and you make sure you get out of bed. And then what happens is, even if you don't want to work out, you're up anyway. And so you'll integrate some healthy routines that way. So that's it for today and Totally Awesome Tuesdays. Have fun with your trigger goals. Bye.